welcome back to another day of learning the banjo. So today I'm going to be sticking to Will the Circle Be Unbroken and piecing it up a little bit, so focusing more on that third line. And then outside of that, I've been playing a lot more earlier today in my practice, just on my own practice, playing a lot more with the metronome. So I think that on these videos I will not play with the metronome like I haven't been for a while. But on my own time, I'll play with the metronome, and ideally my timing will come along with that. Also, I know one thing I've heard to get good at get your timing better is to start singing with the lyrics a little bit, and also playing along with someone else playing. So I'm going to focus on doing that a little bit more too. But yeah, let's get straight into Will the Circle Be Unbroken. Let's go through the first two lines to start. Which are kind of what we, I don't want to say have down, but we got them down a little bit better in that third line there. So let's start right here. That's the first three notes at least. All right. That's the first line. So yeah, that's not too bad. And then let's go to the second line here. That's the second line. So those both sound pretty good. I'm gonna have to, I want to get that second line more memorized. I got the first line pretty memorized. Like, I don't need to look at the tablature necessarily for the first line, but for the second line, I still definitely do a little bit, even though it's very simple and straightforward. Just haven't played it enough times. So. That's not too bad. Let's try to speed that up a bit and see how it sounds. Maybe I am messing actually. You know what I'm doing? I think I'm playing the end of that first line wrong. Let me see. All right, I see what's going on. That is a third right there. All right. Sorry, folks. It's funny, when I just up until about a week ago, I basically was having to stare directly down at my strings here in order to play the right string. Now, my string accuracy definitely is not perfect, and I still have the issues that we've spoken about a lot of times. But now, when I do look at this, my left hand starts to have problems, and if I look at this, my right hand has way fewer problems. So if I look at my left hand, my right hand doesn't have any problems, as many problems. If I look at my right hand, my left hand is just a disaster at this point. So in the end, hopefully I can look anywhere. I can look, next door, and we'll be doing well. But right now there's still these funny things that happen. right, well that's that. Those are the first two lines right there. Play through those pretty quickly. And now let's get into this third line. So from a picking perspective, we have third string open, and then a fourth string, which is, this is the slide from 2 to 5. So, you know, the end of the second line is and then the start of the third line is that, it's the third string open, and then second to fifth on the fourth string. And then we got, that's into a forward roll. So I guess that's 2 forward rolls technically, and then a pinch, forward roll. So third fret, this is a double 2 strings at once. Third fret with the second string, first string open. I rushed that. And then you go open fifth string. And then second to third string slide. So that second to third is a forward roll. So it goes. That's what that is like. Okay, so that's the, and then we got a double thumb, and actually that's the end of the third line, but it goes into the fourth line, and it's actually a triple thumb, so it'll sound, well, I'll start with how it goes. So this is the beginning of the fourth measure, the third line. That sounds kind of nice. So that's the triple thumb, basically, is the last 2 notes of the third measure are opens third, second fret third, second fret third here, and then 2 to 3 slide. Okay. So what I need to focus on here is the second measure again. supposed to sound like, but like a billion times faster, right? Alright. Something doesn't feel right when I play just the only feels right when I play it like this. That is the wrong line, my brother. That's the third line. A lot of it is going to be the transitions to this third. But anyways, that's the third line. So let's play it one time through, and then that's going to be it. Let's play it all the way from the first line. Heck, there's no rules, folks. My dang computer light was going off. I lost the temperature. Few mess ups, not too bad though. I'm happy with it. So that's today's, what we're working on today. Just taking it slow on Will the Circle Be Unbroken. This piece has lasted a while, but I think it's something where I want to get it down well. Maybe I'm not pushing myself fast enough on it. I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Cheers.